Hello, Taurus. Welcome to a timeless Justice for Taurus reading where we discuss the topic of justice. However, the topic would like to be disclosed for one of the sister energies that I read for, Sekhmet. Bear in mind that in doing so, the energies may feel or offer themselves to me merciful or merciless. They are in exactitude of the way that the reading would like to disclose itself. However, bear in mind that you, the listener, have a discernment that I stress that you utilize. Take all the bits and pieces that resonate with you, leave behind with your reading anything that may not have. For this is not a personal one-to-one reading that you have selected to employ with me. However, you've tapped into a general collective reading, and not everything will be yours. Alright. In regards to myself, again, I am 7th, aka Master 7th. I reads these energies for you. Should you want to know who and what she is, the description box below will have that information for you. There are various links in the description box to help you navigate two of the channels that I run for any of your viewing pleasures. All the content is timeless. More specifically about the reading, feminine and masculine energies are non-gender specific. However, please remember femininity encapsulates feminine and masculine energies, and masculinity encapsulates feminine and masculine energies. Virgo is not the reading. How am I saying Virgo? I just got done Virgo. This is Taurus reading. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm not going to start all over again. This is Taurus. Taurus. That's where Virgo energy comes up, though. That's just going to be proven and putting that was a glitch in the exactitude of however it needs to be talked about. Excuse it now. Who knows? Maybe it's part of the reading. Who knows? Woo! All right. Just trying to save the moment. All right, justice for Taurus. We're starting here with the 6 of Wands. All right. Okay. All right. You're keeping your head up. All right. You're keeping your head up, your shoulders back, your motivation aimed to the sky. That's for damn sure, because it is not easy to take every teetering step from one moment to the other. There's a lot of healing that you have to do. There's a lot of things that are subjective topics that make you frustrated or just burrow in thought that are not always needed to burrow in. Yet you still find yourself in those topics, and Ether really would want you to replenish that part. Okay. They're tied to deep-rooted existential topics, whether that is loss, death, change, losses of relationships, losses of finances. But no matter what, you always just have a very good head on your shoulders here. Okay, it's how can I say it? Not that you're someone who cares about judgment, but you sure as hell would feel upset if there's too much negativity imposed by more than one person upon you with the same maybe idea or opinion. You wouldn't like that. All right. It's my mini Virgo card here, I'm not gonna lie. Justice, okay? So Sekhmet's energy is here, full blown in your face. All right, and that is where I must say the idea of thinking that you know might be an illusion just to kind of get you leaning into a decision you would have never done before, and then that decision will pave a newfound form of realization for yourself here. I think there's a person in your life that you don't know you need to be a bit more involved with. This is not about a romantic relationship. This is about there is somebody in your social circle that you could really benefit from. You could really benefit from this individual. Could be Virgo. Not gonna lie. And this is not a romantic relationship, though. This is about rejuvenating a sense of belonging. Maybe that belonging is with yourself. So maybe this person is a life coach, a reader, a healer, a witch, a niche of being able to see you for who you are and offer a version of themselves that would be invigorating, healing. That's for damn sure. Okay. We have the Lover's energy that comes out. So I do see that if you introduce yourself this pivot of, let's call it healing, the wishes of how you want relationships to unfold and be finally what they are would become more quickly manifested, more they would arrive more quicker if you were to challenge this idea of searching for this type of holistic means of possibilities. And, all right, we have the Emperor and the Ten of Swords. So, like I said, there is a pattern of not wanting to discuss certain things. You know, you have your head up. There's a lot of this energy right here is how I explained this energy in the beginning. That there you have your head up, chin in the sky, good head on your shoulders back. Like you really mean to have you want to make a statement with your presence, and you want to take up space. You want to matter. You want to allow other people to also to feel that they matter and are being seen and heard. Yet there is, like I said, a lesson that is profound in being this positive. Right? I don't think some of you are positive because you're literally choosing positivity, but more so maybe the appeal of that, the perspective of what possibility helps kind of echo in your existence is that it's better to lean in that direction than not. And that is the workload of knowing the prize of pentacles, the prize of materialism, the prize of grandeur, the prize of the physical that the Emperor challenges, because that is the energy that shows up to work, that shows up, and if you're an owner to a business, will show up and overexert, always do, maybe also do too much because you're coming from the perspective, I'm the owner, you know, it's not that I'm trying to cut corners, but I don't have the financial means, and I don't have the means maybe right now for employees to take over so I can catch a break. So there's a level of, sorry, I don't know why all of a sudden I got so needy to fight in the middle of your but yeah, there's just seems to be you can't get away for needing to ground the energies of that of which you know. Meaning, if there is a philosophical take that you like about living in life and all the complexities that it brings, there's a need to become still with that energy and allow it to exist while you're in the position of not being its chaos and coming to terms with that. That's such an existential form of having a conversation that I don't know how the fuck it's gonna like really impregnate itself against and towards you, but can it and will it and has it? Yes, absolutely, because there's a level of doneness that you're just not gonna desire to repeat again. There is a level of euphoria that because it's easier to challenge the perspective to reach for positivity, it gives this subtle detachment of needing to always address the things that are not comfortable to talk about, the hardened topics, loving people and having those loved ones pass away, loving life and then having a sickness come in and bring a new cloak of like perspective now on existentialism. There are teetering topics that niches like tarot crack the whip and have explored what it means to be taboo for fucking centuries, when we don't need to be this mysterious about it. Like, science kind of makes that a little bit easier to now to fact check in conversation, to have that mercy show up eye to eye in a conversation and be like, bitch, don't challenge me. Don't think that just because I'm speaking on something that you can immediately accept or resonate with does not mean I am wrong. Just because I'm wrong with you in the moment doesn't mean that I don't belong. I don't belong with you, but I belong somewhere else. And maybe you were the energy that I needed to make me understand that the uniqueness of myself is that I shouldn't belong to everyone. That energy needs to be explored, and the ways that you've already traveled will continue to travel, and the existence that allows all of it to occur, to bring a form of whatever it can to you and for you on your own doing, on your own timing, and your own desire to show up and listen to it. That is your control. That is what is rightfully yours to practice and do. Like I said, if the Hermit energy comes up in the reading, then it was meant to be so, because the Virgo energy is in the room. Virgo. Alright. Anyway. Intuition. Alright. Your intuition for sure is did I say now, Virgo? Honestly, these energies are bleeding with one another and they're bleeding into each other. But anyway, Virgo is here in the room regardless. And the challenge to this is to know you have all the answers. The pursuit of fact-checking your answers or learning the language of what it is that you are is part of the consciousness exploring its journey in this life. The levels of maturity that it can communicate with you, the explorer of a human vessel that you are, and taking that human vessel and traveling. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of curated opportunities, and all make it an individualistic journey. And that individualism is your uniqueness. Taurus, your uniqueness. I definitely did say Virgo in this room earlier, right? I think so. 9 of Swords. So, are you or are you not? Can you, should you, will you, why not? There's a level of knowing you appreciate the magnetism of major mysteries and liking the conversation, how to show up for them. You hate the depictions of like conspiracy theorists and all that shit, so you want to master talking about said subject without having to use the terminology conspiracy theory. Like, you are someone who, like, this drives me nuts, because there is an overprotectiveness in just speaking. And that's coming from being around individuals who, whomever you shared thoughts for, they taught you how to tailor, tweak, and chisel the words that are coming out of your mouth. When those are not the people, I think, that would actually fundamentally understand, accept, and without judgment, share coffee with you. They would be totally individuals who gossip, drama, up the ante, not available for you when you need it, are the ones that have the most impact of how you're going to polish your words for the next time. Instead of you just interpreting how that person or the situation reacted to you and using that overall experience as a way to maybe change yourself or not. It seems so small and simple, doesn't it? But it's not. It's not fucking simple, because the problem isn't when you step outside the fucking house. It's when the moments right before for you and the moments right after you come back home. That's when you're in trouble. That's when you're in quote unquote trouble. When you have nowhere else to turn but you are with yourself. That's where you're in trouble. And that's where I'm like, I don't understand why you are, though. Because there's so many things that you do outside of those hours, 10 to 12 hours of being outside of that home before you get back into the home, that illuminates like motherfucking crazy. Like, you just have your stature on deck, attitude on point, you chisel it here, polish there, fuck off there, I love you there, hug here, I like smart, fuck off. Like, there's good. But the moment you step out the house is when it turns on. The moment you step back into your home, that shit turns off somehow. And you're like, what the fuck? And I'm over here like, what the fuck? How is that possible? How is it, what is that flatness within yourself that all of a sudden that goes amiss and the uproars of discomforts are so blatantly loud? Anyway, that's it for that. That's it. It's too much. It's too much. Not really, but it is, huh? All right, we have Aries energy beginning. We have Palace energy, wisdom. And I'm hearing one more. So, Black Moon Lilith is coming out a lot here in this round. Black Moon Lilith, sister energy of Sekhmet, for me is Bastet energy. So she's here to guide you in what you think is your perceived darkness. It may be dark, but it doesn't mean it is yours to be within. However, you must use the inner wisdom that is within and have it maneuver you to the direction of without. Whew. All right. With that being Taurus. With that being said, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.